Glorias is the story of feminist icon Gloria Steinem's itinerant childhood and its influence on her life as a writer, activist, and organizer for women's rights worldwide. This was released on VOD in September and is directed by Julie Taymor, who also co-wrote the screenplay with Sarah Rule, both of them having extensive backgrounds in theater, with Taymor especially known for her stage adaptation of The Lion King on Broadway. So I will say right up front, I was very impressed by this film's structure. It's not really told as a traditional biopic for the most part. It jumps back and forth between 4 different periods of time in Steinem's life. Her as a young child, played by Ryan Kiera Armstrong, her as a teen, played by Lulu Wilson, her as a young woman, played by Alicia Vikander, as well as when she's much older, played by Julianne Moore. And not only does the film cut between time periods, we also get these somewhat experimental moments in between most scenes where we see all 4 versions of Steinem on a train interacting with one another, which is essentially Steinem reflecting on her life and all of her inner thoughts coming together. I thought those were some of the best moments in the movie, as it shows her at her most vulnerable and makes her feel at her most relatable. I also thought everyone who played Steinem did a great job all around. The 2 he mostly focused on are Julianne Moore and Alicia Vikander, and both of them knocked it out of the park here. Moore's performance shows us a warm, almost easygoing Steinem, who thinks back a lot on her life. And Vikander shows us a more fired-up Steinem, especially chronicling her battles in the workplace, experiencing sexism, while also showcasing her part in the civil rights movement and showing how timely all of her struggles were. Plus, we also get some solid family drama thrown in there, as the film explores Steinem's relationship with her father Leo, played by Timothy Hutton. The film throws a lot at us, and it's a mostly effective story with a lot of scenes that will parallel events going on to this day. However, it does tend to suffer a bit from some pacing issues. The movie's trying to get through a lot, and it clocks in at 2.5 hours. I found it to go on for a bit too long in the final act, and what it'll do is move away from its more experimental nature and turn more into a standard biopic towards the end. And it causes it to lose just a bit of its punch. There was one great thing it did at various points where you'll have scenes of Steinem when she's younger, and every so often it'll put Julianne Moore in place of Alicia Vikander, and she'll say things she wished she would have said at times, and situations would play out a bit differently in her head for that one moment, and then it cuts back to what actually happened. I thought those were some incredible moments, and I wish the film leaned more into those elements, as it was a different take on themes such as reflecting on one's life and the decisions they've made. It's unfortunate that we only got them a handful of times. Also, while the scenes of Steinem as a child and teen were fine for what they were, they ultimately didn't really go anywhere or have as much of an impact as everything else did, which is a shame, especially because Lulu Wilson is a very good up-and-coming actress. Overall, the film takes a little more risks than your typical biopic, especially at the beginning, and I just wished it was more consistent in how often it played into its more experimental elements, as I found those to be the much more enjoyable parts of the film. It's a little too long, but ultimately the good outweighed the bad, and you'll be in for a film with great performances and some timely themes. It's worth a shot if you were thinking of seeing it. The Glorias gets a 7 out of 10. So, let me know, did you see The Glorias, or are you planning to see it, and what were your thoughts? Did you like the style of storytelling, and what's one of your favorite biopics? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and for more movie reviews and film discussion, please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll catch you next time.